Greetings, everyone. We are coming to you live from the Tower Press Box for Speedgaming's 2023 Crystalis Randomizer tournament organized by Matrick. This is Speedgaming the original. Today we have a second round matchup between Tornel and PMAkfal. I'm your commentator for today, 00713, and joining me up here in the press box is the one and only Troll Gorilla.
Hey, Zero. Happy to be here. This should be a good match. This is going to be Tornel's first match in this tournament. He had a round one bye due to being the winner of last year's tournament. So we should. Hopefully he's got some good practice in and is raring to take on some opponents here.
That indeed. Let's see. As for PMAkfal had this is the second match. He managed to beat Steve Hartz in round one. The winner will move on to take on Matrick, so that'll be an interesting matchup. And interestingly enough, the loser, get this, the loser will come down to face me, and whoever wins that match will go on to face True Gorilla. So we got like cosmic brain stuff going on here tonight.
Absolutely. I got to scout out my future competition, so,
Exactly. So I think they're ready.
Yeah, why don't we go ahead and get those gates dropped and get things started. So as we've been seeing in this tournament, we have a couple of interesting flags I'm going to go ahead and start talking about here while we're waiting for the stream delay to catch up.
We're rolling.
The first one that's going to affect our early game routing is the possibility that Oops All Mimics is on. There is a chance that every chest in the game could be replaced by a Mimic that actually drops an item, which means to open any chest in the game, you need some kind of sword. That tends to, in the very early game routing, put a really high value on items that don't come in chests, because that's where you're going to find your first sword. And so, like, if we get a key in Leaf, you're probably going to see our runners check that key right away. If we get a flute in Leaf, same thing.
Yeah, high chance that early flute, when early keys don't be something over by the windmill.
Absolutely, yeah. I've personally on these flags, I've just started. I start with a key. I don't even go into GBC Cave. I just go straight for the windmill, and it has yet to fail me. So.
Yeah, you know you're going to be guaranteed that one item outside. If you were to go GBC and there's just mimics there, then it's a big bust for you.
Alright, and we're all.
Okay, well, we got the Rachel skip. We got one Rachel skip. We got two Rachel skips and a magic ring.
That PMAkfal did not look like he should have gotten Rachel skip, but you know what? We'll take it.
And Lizzie's playing no items right away.
Alright,
so we are going GBC Cave.
Yeah, we don't really have any other options, so straight to GBC Cave.
Oh, and did you check out that shop right there?
Medical herbs, no boots.
No boots. Hopefully we have a very late teleport to make this a very raunchy seed. And our runners are heading into GBC Cave. This is not in the original game. It was, I'm assuming, added in the GBC version. And we decided to add it in as well for extra content.
Yeah, so what it really does is it opens up the early game. Otherwise, you'd get funneled through Windmill Cave almost always. But we've modified GBC Cave so that there are two exits out of it. One of them's blocked by a wall, so you need a sword to open it. But the other one's just open and goes to one of 4 different places at random in the world. It can go to the Cordell Plains outside of Bryn Mawr. It can go to the Lime Valley next to where Rage is. It can go to Goa Valley right next to the town of Goa and Mount Hydra. Or it can go to the second desert and basically only get you access to Sahara.
Oh, so Oops All Mimics is not on, so we can access all chests. But nothing yet, just consumables.
Yeah, still a lot of nothing. So we're gonna have to see what this other GBC Cave exit is.
Well, the inaccessible exit is a thunder wall, so make sure to mark that down on your trackers, everyone. There are a bunch of walls in this game, and they are going to be randomized compared to how they are in the normal game, and they can be weak to one of 4 elements. That one being thunder.
So something interesting here is both players made a checkpoint at the start of GPC Cave. Both players got 2 consumables in GPC Cave, and both players opted not to reset, and instead either wild warped or just walked to the other entrance,
And it's kind of
which leads us to Goa.
It's also kind of funny that they both did something different, and they were still neck and neck with each other exiting that cave.
Yeah, the times are fairly similar. I haven't actually timed it out myself, but it's not a huge difference one way or the other. Now, Goa, unfortunately, if you still have no items, there's 2 checks you can get, and they're both going for the more convenient one. This first chest on Mount Hydra. The other one is Oasis Cave, which is really far out of the way. You kind of hope you don't have to go there.
Oh, we got a flute. Flute on Hydras. PMAkfal actually made a safety save outside Groa, so if there was nothing there in Hydra, he could have reloaded from the save and quickly went to Oasis.
Yeah, I believe Tornel did as well, but Tornel is opting to go check Oasis Cave, whereas Kfal is going to immediately go check that flute. Honestly, I could see justifying either of these. If you don't get this Oasis Cave item now, it's gonna be in the back of your mind for the rest of the seed. And it sucks, frankly, to get to, especially when there are no boots available in Leaf. So,
well, the thing is, though, is that he can only do 1 check here in Oasis, whereas... Oh, wait, never mind, it's a flute, so yeah, it's still 1 check regardless of wherever the runners go.
Yeah, honestly, you have 2 options, neither of which feels great, but we'll see which one pays off. My instinct tells me Kfal's is going to pay off and that Tornel's going to find junk here.
Yep. Now, let's see, what do you got? You got a key. I wonder what that key's only for.
Well, there's only one thing it can be for. That's the only progress we have right now, is this key better be the windmill key, or else we've got a broken seed. Nope, not broken.
Okay, so I'll give Kfal a bit of an advantage. Oh, no! He walked into Rachel. Don't lose so much time from that. Anyway, we're going to go up to Windmill Cave. There's going to be some items up here. I think, how many items are there? 1, 2, 3 items plus the 4th?
Yeah, there's an item here, and then there's 3 items in the cave before the walls, and then 3 more items you can get once you can break the walls.
Okay, well, I think...
Kfal's people are going to give them a hard time tonight.
Well, I think there's still a lot more items that we could get that don't actually have to be a sword, but could still be progress. We got a farming hallway there, but no sword to farm anything. Wind wall here, vanilla wind. I forgot what Zebu's wall was. Did you see what it was?
It was thunder, I believe. I could be mistaken. I wasn't paying close enough attention.
Okay. Brewery pun there for Kfal. A real mimic, so next item's definitely going to be a progress item.
Yeah, last location this progress, but... Kfal doesn't know that. Okay, Kfal gets the Sword of Thunder. Conveniently enough, they also picked up a Orb of Thunder on the way into the cave, so that's a level 2 sword right there.
Yeah, that orb was not skippable, so that's pretty good. Kfal is heading back to GBC, so maybe it wasn't a... Or maybe he just wants to see what the exit is.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Tornel trying to actually get around all these Medusas. Normally you're thrilled to see all these Medusas, but if you can't actually fight them, they're kind of a problem.
I'm assuming that Mashama just left them there for us.
I don't know, I'd be surprised to see Mashama leave a single Medusa alive at any point. Alright, Kfal heading to this GBC cave exit.
So where do you think this will lead us? There's 3 possible exits, of course.
I'm feeling... It's not going to be Sahara, because then we don't have progress. So I'm feeling Lime Valley, Portoa. I can't tell yet. Okay, yeah, this is Lime Valley. The Lime Valley exit and the Cordell Plains exit have the same color background, so it's hard to tell. I at least don't have the shapes memorized. Oh,
Well,
you know, something we haven't commented on yet. We're on charge shot only.
oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. By the
Yeah,
way, Rage does not want that Thunder Sword. He hates Thunder. It
Nope.
scares him like hell.
Alright,
And now we're going
PMAkfal.
up to Portoa, and
Yep.
I think we can only get one item here. Oh, there's our first
Yeah.
warp boots.
PMAkfal doesn't have enough money to buy them. The only enemies he found to kill in GBC Cave were these robots that Tornel's dealing with, and robots don't drop money. But it looks like he is going to go sell a lysis plant, and maybe a magic ring in there as well. Sold an item or two. Pick up some more boots. Makes sense.
I do like that the first town lacks warp boots. It does add a little bit of interestedness to this seed.
Yeah. Alright,
And
PMAkfal
what we
checking
got?
this tent. Fisherman wants a statue. We don't know which one yet, but one of the two statues. One of the 4 statues, rather.
Let's see what the queen has for us for progress. Gonna try to sneak in her back room. Maybe.
Oh.
Using that statue glitch where you're holding down and oh wait, she didn't give anything. Oh, maybe we
That
gotta
was
go.
just the medical herb. I caught the
Yeah.
text very briefly.
Then
So-
that means waterfall.
Yeah, that has to be our progress. Tornel is not far behind, and he's only behind because he took the time to check Oasis Cave. Like, if KFL goes back and does that later, probably evens things out a little bit.
Yeah, but he might
Now,
go do
granted-
that. He might go do that when he ends up having water sword or flight, and it'll be
Yeah.
more beneficial for him.
Yeah. He definitely prefer not to have to double dip Oasis Cave. Or sometimes on these settings. Well, that's interesting.
So maybe it is. Maybe Zebo was Thunder, as you said.
Maybe it was. I second guessed myself, but it kind of has to be at this point because no other avenues of progress are open. So
Okay, so KFL making its way over to the land of Zebu, which will lead to Cordell Plains.
that's a win wall.
It is a wind wall, so I'm kind of
Oh.
confused.
Oh no!
Goa! Goa!
It's
Do it,
Goa. KFL was gonna do the smart thing and think, "Oh, I must have missed the item in Oasis Cave." No. Your progress is either Goa or Motto 1 right now. Those are your options.
Wait, we can't get to Model 1. We don't have any way to
Oh,
get
you're
to
right. No, it's just straight up Goa.
Yeah,
Well,
hopefully
okay.
it's Goa into Mado. No, it can't be Mado 2 because there's spike floors.
But you could go straight into the boss fight. Right? The floor could
Oh.
be reversed.
Oh, gotcha.
And literally the next thing they have to do is fight Motto 2.
It's like looking at Tornel, and he's like so dumbfounded right now.
So yeah,
Oh, and
KFL
he's
makes
heading
that
back to
check.
Zebu. And these runners are just like us. We did not see what that Zebu wall was.
Yeah, we both thinking that must have just misread it.
Or maybe
Tornel's actually going back to Windmill Cave.
yeah, no shield, going to take a lot of damage from these footballs.
Yeah, it's Goa. Wow, okay. So this is a spicy seed.
K-File, you can't go that way. You have to go to the wall. As far as I know, he has to go to the wall.
Yeah, this is one check. Oh, you know what? Tornel, I think...
Windmill is a
I don't know.
windmill. Come on, Tornel. You know you want to go back to
I was
Goa.
wondering if he was going in there to just get some levels before trying to go into Goa. But now he's figured it out. It's Goa time.
Well,
K-Fal-
K-Fal going the wrong way will hopefully let Tornel catch up a bit. But not much.
This
There
is
we go.
funny. You go into Goa for one check.
Sort of. Well, you can go further now and go.
All right. That's 2 more checks in here. Plus, that's access to several caves in the Portoa region.
And
like we know, Waterfall Cave has water walls.
And we could potentially get ourselves to Sabera too.
Yeah, 50-50 chance that we can actually break the wall, and another 50-50 that we can actually fight Sabera too.
Okay, so yeah, Waterfall Cave is now in logic. We can also get across the Fog Lamp and Crystal Plant. And maybe even do Rage.
Yeah. There's definitely some possibilities. I don't blame our racers for wanting to clear out this while you're here.
We got a lamp there.
That could be useful. We don't have a statue to go with it, and we don't know anyone that wants it as a trade-in yet, but it'll come in.
And there are, how many trade-ins are there? There's 4 trade-ins, I believe.
5.
Five, I see
5 trade-ins. A lamp, a pendant, a crystal plant, 2... Oop, there's a statue. And immediately
keys.
Key.
Oh, we got a
You know what?
Key.
It probably is, genuinely, because they also have the Sword of Water now. You can get to Stixie. You know, you just have to force your way through another set of barrier statues.
Loving this.
That seems fine. Alright, PMAkfal not wanting to deal with Sabera's floor anymore, not wanting to go check the boss wall or the boss weakness.
Let's see, where's PMAkfal heading to? He's heading back to GBC, it looks like. Probably taking a walk of shame back to Portoa. It might be quicker to go this way, just to check Rage at the very least.
Yeah. I do believe PMAkfal used his last pair of work boots to get to Goa after checking Oasis Cave, so...
I could have sworn he had 3.
Okay, he's just walking back to Goa. It's a shorter path through GBC Cave.
Yeah, so that water source is going to open up a decent amount of items for us. Tornel will be checking this wall up here. It is breakable. We might have a Sabera 1 fight here. Let's go.
So, will the seed name come true? The seed name for this seed, by the way, was Level 1 Sabera 2.
Oh, no.
No luck yet. There's still time.
Well, we know 2 swords she might be strong against, or weak against. PMAkfal sneaking past these statue dudes into Chiron, the land of the terrorists. Now, I am pro Goa, pro Dragon. How about you, Codrill?
Absolutely not. Dragonia or fascists. Chiron is the will of the people.
Gosh. Oh, we got a bit of a divergence here. Anyway, we got PMAkfal heading toward the Chiron area, and Tornel's back in Portoa. We got an orbital win from Zebu.
Yeah, so this makes sense. PMAkfal went to Goa region because it was the faster set of checks, because he had run out of warp boots, so it's just, what can I walk to fastest? Tornel still had warp boots, is going to the denser location of the Portoa side caves. So, I understand this routing from both players, but it is a divergence, and it'll be interesting to see how this plays out long term.
And we do love to see divergence because it makes things a little more interesting.
Yeah.
But the last thing we want to see is just one runner just pulling ahead of other runners. We want to keep it a bit balanced just so that we have a good race going on. We have to do it for Tornel there.
Right, so Tornel making his way through Waterfall Cave.
Now, another thing
can't stab those.
Another thing both runners can do is they can trigger the massacre and have made a 1 spawn.
Yeah, although I imagine with this current loadout, neither is exactly eager to do so.
It might not be eager, but it might be the progress.
It might be.
We got wind walls here.
Alright, so we're not getting much off of Mount Hydra.
One more item check. And a possible Stixie.
That's true. The Stixie is actually pretty likely. Hopefully Kfal has the healing items to actually get through the statues at the beginning.
No shield, so he's going to be taking the full brunt of those footballs. And it's a Mimic chest. He'll definitely kill for the monies.
Yeah.
Dude, Tornel's going to... He's got Cycle Armor. In my opinion, best armor in the game. Even though a lot of you people out there hate on the Cycle Armor, but I love it.
It's not the highest defense value armor in the game, but I tend to agree that it is the best armor in the game.
Yeah, so for myself, I'm a diehard Dragon Warrior Dragon Quest player, and there's a lot of equipment in that game that has special effects on it. And we usually prioritize special effects over the raw stats on it.
Right. Yeah, it all depends on... It depends from game to game. There are some games where it's just like, these special effects are all meaningless and you just want raw values, but I find in Crystalis at least, like, the special effects are pretty important on the armor that you find, at least.
It is Stixie.
Alright.
Let's see, well, anyway, the Cycle Armor, that will heal you if you stand still, so having that bit of a passive heal is pretty nice. Especially when you're like in a boss fight, you need a little bit of healing going on. And that could have came in handy for Kfal here. If he got stuck on those statues, he could just stood still and healed up from the armor, but he doesn't have the armor.
Yeah, although it's... At this scaling and the amount of damage you're taking off those statues, you have to stand still for a pretty long time to get one extra statue hit, and it's not what you want to be doing in a race situation.
We got Rabbit Boots and Stixie. That will give us logic to go over the spikes.
Yeah, although I don't think there are any spikes that are blocking us at the moment.
There will be spikes coming up on the top floor, though.
True. I don't know if those are actually long enough that they require a tool to get across those spikes. But yes, as Axe is pointing out in the chat, Rabbit Boots are also just really nice on this particular flag set, notably the Charge Shots Only flag. So normally, Rabbit Boots in the randomizer let you move while charging, and for Charge Shots Only, in order to make that a little bit more enjoyable, that effect is just on by default all the time. So what they've done to buff Rabbit Boots and make it not just completely worthless is they've made it double speed charging.
What?
Wow.
By the way,
okay.
By the way, Kfal pulled an axe, man.
Skip the bottom chest.
He skipped the bottom chest, but maybe he's going to remember it as he walks down this way. Do we have a new person playing this chest?
He'll surely see it. If he wasn't already on his way there.
Golden Idol.
Meanwhile, Tornel is a slime. Briefly.
Well, we do know the boat guy wants a statue, so potentially that idol is what he wants. But Axeman, I'm sorry, but you still hold that title for that item check there.
Oh, the Mimic across the river. A Mimic in that spot is so hard to avoid getting bitten by. 2 Mimics on the other side, alright. And a Fruit of Lime, which is even worse than a Mimic.
Okay, well, if we have flight, what would you do now?
Oh, the world's your oyster. The tricky part is, do you have boots? Kfal does not right now, so I think I'm going back to Goa, and I'm probably going to Sahara and doing Pyramid just because that's the quickest walk. And since you're reduced to walking, I think that's what you want to do.
And it's 3 more checks. 1, 2, yep, 3 more checks there. Guaranteed checks, of course.
Yeah, I could also see, now that you have flight, going and getting the rest of Oasis Cave on the way. Alright, Tornel making his way into Stixie.
Paying some of those footballs to the face.
can also see a small argument for dipping your toes into the back entrance of Goa, but I don't know how I feel about that when you only have 2 swords.
I'd probably do it if I had 3, but I don't think
Yeah.
2 would be worth it.
Yeah, 2, it's just too likely that you hit some kind of dead end.
Let's see, Tornel not putting those rabbit boots on. PMAkfal, he's back in Portoa region, so that's his option.
Alright.
Probably back here, picked up some boots.
Yeah, I could see that. I didn't catch whether or not boots were on sale in Chiron or Goa. So if neither of those has boots, then I like this play. Go here, do checks here, and buy some boots while you're at it. Alright. Tornel grabbing that golden idol.
Yeah, looks like he's going to be checking the boat guy. And nope, it's not the boat guy statue. That means it could either be the Angry Sea statue or another trade-in statue.
Yep. Yeah, they've already fixed the broken statue, so it's not that one.
PMAkfal looks like he's going to be taking a tour on the ocean. Maybe to even check that statue.
Yeah, that's about the only thing you can do out here. That and get, like, the Joel and Swan warp points. Which could be useful, especially if one of them sells boots. But... stop in the inn. You probably don't need to stop in the inn there. I guess, no, you want to stop in the inn. Here's why you stop in the inn. I've talked myself into it. You stop in the inn so that you can make it to the island here for the altar and still have at least 1 MP left to take off again. Because the thing is, your MP is constantly draining while you're flying across the ocean.
It's Angry Sea!
Alright. So this is a check.
It's key to prison, which we can't access.
Yep.
So that's actually the final key of the game, interesting enough.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if Tornel making sure to take the time to stomp that Fruit of Lime. And then warping back to Portoa with his last pair of warp boots and buying more immediately because, yeah. Yeah, so, yep, PMAkfal's going to go check that key right away. And I say check, but really check the walls in Mount Saber North.
And Tornel is actually going to make the play that you were suggesting. I don't know if he's going to go Oasis, but he might go Sahara, but this is the play that Code Gorilla suggested.
Yeah, it looks like he's going straight to Sahara. He's going to Oasis Cave first. He'd stop by the left side. Okay,
well,
PMAkfal is through the walls on Mount Saber North. What about... Okay.
Sweet Thunder.
Looks like we're fighting a boss.
Our first boss fight of the game. We got Kelbest. He loves to hug people. Do you like his hugs? Do you prefer to get hugged by Kelbest, or is he
I prefer my personal space, honestly. Kelbest is a little too clingy for my tastes.
Well, down goes Kelbest number 1. Our first boss battle of the game, and it's a love pendant. But we don't know who wants it.
Oh, PMAkfal. PMAkfal, don't make the mistake I've made. Okay, good, you remembered. Yeah,
maybe you remember.
No, he's walking back up, yeah.
Oh,
and it's a good thing, too. Wow, okay.
Okay, that would give us Zebu, Windmill, and Hydra.
I don't know when it happened, but somehow PMAkfal's Sword of Water got untracked, but... he's definitely got it.
And at some point in time, Tornel found the level 3 Thunder Bracelet, which I think he might have found in the pyramid.
Yep.
We're going to see how well Drake had to handle level 3 Thunder.
Turns out, not very well.
And just Melt Herb. And what do you got, Azteca? Nothing. So, that was a bad play. Tornel just used Warp Boots back to Sahara, even though it's fairly nearby. Buying some more. Maybe now he's going to Oasis. And maybe back to Droa. See, PMAkfal still has a few more item checks here, and then he will be opened up to Cordell Plains. There's more stuff to do. So
That's true. This is their first access to Cordell Plains. I guess PMAkfal now has the Sword of Wind, and so could go through Vampire Cave, but there's not really much reason to.
Well, there might be something there. Looks like maybe an iron necklace for Tornel over there. An Oasis.
Yep.
Oh, we got Mashama hallway. PMAkfal just going to town on all these dudes. Oh, he's got poison.
Mimic for PMAkfal.
Like, we have
PMAkfal is continuing to
50% chance to break this wall. And no.
Where's PMAkfal going?
Maybe he's going back to the top. Did he actually get the item behind the shopkeepers?
I don't know.
I think he just went down, just took a slide down the slopes.
Oh. Looks like he's going to get that item now.
And Tornel headed to the back door of Droa. If he gets lucky here, he might get Carmine's floor with a lot of items. No,
or he could get Kelbesk's floor.
With nothing.
I missed what PMAkfal just got. Wasn't a sword, though. And nope. Can't fight Kelbesk 2, so that's a bust.
Sadly, PMAkfal's going to be following in his footsteps, but he does have an extra sword to his name. Oh, Hazmat. Who got Hazmat?
PMAkfal. I think that was the last item in Saber North.
Saber North. Marking that one down.
Tornel. Nope, still doesn't have the right statue. Yeah, PMAkfal is heading to Sahara. And straight on to Pyramid from there.
So Tornel might be checking the other... Tornel making a safety save, and let's say it might be heading to Waterfall. Or not Waterfall, Fog Lamp.
Yep.
Which we haven't seen yet from any of the runners. And it's Wind Wall.
He can't do that, so reload. Head down to Crysta.
So the Windsword might be our next logical progression here.
Yeah, Tornel needs to use that key that he picked up.
Wait, does he have a key?
Did he pick up the key? He hasn't picked up the key yet.
Key was at the Angry Sea.
Right. He was on the ocean.
Oh, that's another wind wall. Everything's wind wall today.
Yep.
He also has battle armor. Where did he find the battle armor?
You mean Psycho armor?
No, he also has battle armor.
Oh.
Look like.
I don't know. I missed that. Alright.
I think PMAkfal has a bit of advantage now, especially with the Wind Sword. Oasis Cave.
Okay.
That's what I figured.
Oasis Cave on the way to back entrance Goa. That makes sense. That's somewhere PMAkfal has not been yet.
See, it looks like Tornel is not going to Joel.
Yeah, not gonna bother with that warp point. You can always get it after doing this. There's control key. Looks like he's gonna go for the Swan warp point instead.
Okay, now PMAkfal is going to Oasis Cave, so they're kind of doing weird alternating pathways here. That's going to be his first armor. And it looks like Tornel decided to just freeze up right outside of Swan.
Yeah, hopefully, we haven't lost the stream.
I'm sure he's thinking with that key, it has to be a prison now. That's the only place he'd really go.
Yeah.
We might be able to see what's behind the power ring wall over here from PMAkfal.
Yeah. Hopefully we get Tornel's stream back shortly. Ah, there it is. And
There he
look
is.
at that, he's already on Mount Saber North and about to fight Kelvesk. He's gonna have an easier time at Kelvesk 1.
And down goes Kelvesk 1 for the little pendant, and he's not forgetting about the prison, and he gets his Sword of Wind.
There we go.
And I don't think we were able to break the wall there at the power ring. So I hope that power ring wall will have a bow later on. Okay, there's a hazmat
There's that
for
hazmat
Tornel.
too.
PMAkfal also has a level 3 Thunder due to the fact that he went to Pyramid. And that level 3 Thunder is going to come in handy for both Dragon 2 and the Tower. Unless they find something better for a Tower.
Yeah, these days I have Storm Bracelet as like my third favorite option for Tower.
Oh, he's weak to wind.
Alright, so Kfal's going to be able to make progress in Goa where Tornel could not.
Oh, another thing that they did not think about is they can do Meta 1.
Yep, Mono 1's on the table. The Storm fight is on the table, along with just a couple of other things in the Cordell region.
Magic Ring, so nothing special there. Those Magic Rings are always very valuable.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful not to hoard them for too long, especially in the early game if your inventory is getting a little full. That said, that shouldn't be too much of an issue for our runners just yet. I mean, the magic rings are nice, but the only spell you have is Flight, and it doesn't generally drain enough MP that you want rings to refill.
Hey, well, we've seen Sabira's floor, we've seen Kelbest's floor, which is the worst floor of them all. So that leaves Mato and Carmine. So what could be next? I'm hoping for a Mato. Mato with the weak to water sword.
Kfal is probably hoping for okay, it is Motto.
Let's go water sword. Let's go. We know what we want to be water sword. We got the chat screaming for water sword. Look at that chat there. No, he's weak to thunder. Nope. That's so lame.
Alright, so an easy motto too. Probably a little premature, but I'm just gonna click that. Yeah, okay.
Mato too.
Before I could finish my sentence, the fight was over. So, recessed lighting. So that is the lamp. It's the trade-in lamp. I think if you're in Kfal's spot, you're kind of hoping that that's specifically the trade-in for Slime Kensu. Just so that you don't have to come back here ever.
We don't want that. We want them to come back here. We want them to suffer.
Alright. Tornel has left Mount Saber North and is now going over to Oak. Gonna trigger the Storm fight.
Sadly, we don't have telepathy, so could be a bit of a slow play here. Be nice if you had a telepathy or even the insect flute in order to make this a little faster. We got the Orb of Fire there for Kfal.
So no level 1 Sabera 2 fight today.
Oh.
Getting munched on by a Mimic.
You always gotta remember, you gotta come from those chests from below, not above, otherwise get blitzed by those mimics. See, Tornel's going to be heading to Amazon, Land of the Women. Sadly, you got to be a woman in order to talk to the queen.
But you can sneak past the guards and get one item in the back.
Possible item.
Or Mimic.
Now that's...
Honestly, this is not a bad spot for a Mimic. If you wanted to farm some money, you could farm a lot of money there real quick.
Let's see. Let's see what the northern item was for PMAkfal. But he found Barrier. That's going to be useful for the tower.
It's going to be useful for Sabera too.
And Sabera too. Wait, looks like Stom wants, or Atrahana wants the necklace, and I don't think it was anything.
It ran off.
What a jerk. Absolute jerk. I didn't see what was in the,
It was a lysis plant in the grass.
So nothing useful. Tornel loading up on some warp boots for the Stom fight. This will allow him to quickly get out of it. Not to mention, you can't stab Stom here, so you need warp boots in order to escape. Warp to Amazon, that's one of the few locations you can warp in order to make this work. It's like Blizzard Blaze.
Well, it's only the Orb of Water, because he hasn't found the other water upgrade, but I like that Tornel is like, I want you to bring me the Blizzard Bracelet. Also, here's the Blizzard Bracelet. Just carry it up for the mountain. Also, this is Tornel talking to Tornel, so I have no idea what's going on here. I think Tornel needs to get it together.
Oh, by the way, if you didn't notice, PMAkfal got locked down on Carmine's floor by the wall.
Yeah, and on the side that doesn't have the items either.
But he might be able to go in the front way to take down Sabera. That's always a possibility. Where is he headed to? What's he doing?
He must have picked up a flute. Yeah. He picked up a flute in there, and sure enough, it's the shell flute. So this is probably an ESI play. At the very least, you're getting the item out of the canal here.
Yeah, we got a power ring. No one's checked Rage lately. And Tornel is, of course, in Saber West. He might be able to find the Blizzard Bracelet here, possibly.
Yeah, you kind of hope for that.
Another wind wall. Well, we're gonna see. Let's see if PMAkfal will change it up a bit.
Ooh,
water.
Firewall. Bad luck.
Can't do anything there. So we've seen all the walls. 6 of them were wind.
Mm-hmm.
And the other 4 were fire, water, and 2 thunders.
Yep.
Opal statue there for Tornel. I think that's our first opal statue.
Yeah, I haven't seen any others yet. Alright, PMAkfal, interesting. PMAkfal is not going down to Bryn Mawr via Nadares and Mount Saber North, but is instead going via Vampire Cave.
Well, there's still some stuff left here to get, so might as well. Plus, we got another Mashama hallway.
Yeah. I'm not actually sure which is faster, if I'm honest, if you have to come all the way from Nadares. I know if you already have access to Bryn Mawr, it is faster to go in the back entrance of Vampire Cave to get the remaining items. But if you have to walk all the way there from Nadares, then it's a little dicier. I have not timed that out.
See, I don't think PMAkfal went... Oh, wait, never mind. I thought that was a different wall. Okay, we got a Fruit of Power there that will restore MP. Not full MP, but some MP. This game is Crystalis. It is sort of like Legends of Zelda, but 1,000 times better than Legends of Zelda.
Okay, interesting. So, the chest next to Tornel at the top of Mount Saber West was the Warrior Ring. Now, cornering is a little bit nerfed on the charge shot only mode, because it would be too powerful if you could just you would just ignore the fact that it's charge shot only. So honestly, we'll probably see the runners stick to rabbit boots over it, but it is still an interesting tool.
Oh, Tornel is now drawing front door Droa.
Yeah.
Maybe just to trigger the massacre. I would do that regardless. Oh, he is? Yep.
Yeah, he's
Massacre.
immediately backing back out to go fight Motto 1. I blinked and Vampire died on KFal's side.
Nelver.
Storm Bracelet will do that.
See, not weak to wind.
Ooh, Tornel's a little low on hit points.
Weak to thunder.
Alright.
Wow.
We got an easy Motto 1.
And Eaglehorn. That's a bow, right? That's a bow.
Yeah, that's our first bow.
That won't really do anything for us just yet, though.
No, but you do need all three to beat the game.
We could climb Hydra. That's a possibility.
Yeah, I think if I'm in the runner shoes, I'm hoping to never have to climb Hydra at this point.
Let's see. What's KFal up to? He's in Sahara. No, he's not in Sahara. He's in Amazon.
Yeah.
Let's see his mimic chest. And Tornel probably going to be doing Oasis Cave here.
He's already done Oasis Cave, so this is probably back entrance of Goa.
Oh yeah, that's
Unless
true.
he's gonna go check the power ring spot, because I don't think he's checked it for wind walls yet. Okay.
That's a big check there.
Yeah, you do at least get to reset out if it's nothing.
We
or
don't
you
know
can't
the
break
last
the
sword
wall.
is Axe Man.
That is certainly the question at the moment. The fact that you're 45 minutes in, and we're still only on 3 swords, and the fact that you have 3 swords, you have flight before you have your 4th sword is also a little unusual, I feel like.
Nope, can't get through that wall, Tornel.
So Oasis Cave, power ring spot is also a firewall. Alright, so Tornel is going to be able to get the item from Kelbesk 2, the item on Motto's floor, the items on Motto's floor, and the item from Motto 2, and then get stuck by the same wall of fire that KFal got stuck by.
Now, of course, one of those items is going to be the Dolphin Flute. That is very important if story mode is on. The only way to actually get into ESI. Got another stomp fight here.
You know, that would be interesting, is if we see another bow soon, if we learn that story mode is off. Because then you never have to do ESI, and you also... Ooh. Was that a bow?
Wait, where?
On KFal's side, from...
No. Nah, he still has the same thing.
Okay, I thought I saw something. I don't know. I'm seeing things. It's funny.
Well,
that was... Never mind. I know what that was. That was the orb of water from doing the stomp fight.
Yeah, true. By the way, Kelbesk 2 is down for Tornel. And KFal looks like he's going to attempt to go to Sabera.
Yeah.
Now we know that Sabera is strong against water and thunder. Yeah, I've not seen the wind sword yet, so let's see what this could be. And we do have a lot of locations left to check with the wind sword.
Alright, Tornel on to the Motto fight. This will of course be a very quick and easy Motto fight because he is Thunder Weak, and we have Storm Bracelet.
We're just getting the easy seeds. Oh!
Okay. Sveratu is weak to wind. So that is beatable.
That will actually
honestly,
allow...
not too bad.
That will actually allow KFal to get to the backside of Carmine's area.
Yeah. Honestly, the only thing you need sort of fire for in here is the wall that divides Goa in half. Like, it's a little annoying that you had to approach from both directions, but you can just be done with Goa. And you're just hoping you already have the trade-in for Slime Kensu, because otherwise you're never coming back for that.
Now, we are doing some pretty decent damage here to Carmine. Kfal does have a Power Ring. Make life a little bit easier against this tank. And Cycle Shield. Best shield in my opinion.
Alright, Tornel picking up the Orb of Fire. That's on Motto's floor.
And Carmine's floor. Let's see what Slimesu wants. Slimesu wants Colossus of Rhodes. We do not have that.
Nope. Alright, Tornel checking that entrance to the next floor to see if it's a checkpoint. Just in case you get to reset out of the 2 left items if they're junk. But it is not a checkpoint, so we will have to actually finish and walk back down. Meanwhile, Kfal is... Ooh, there's that Blizzard bracelet that Tornel wants.
Tornel really wants that Blizzard bracelet. Bow of Death, our second bow of the game.
But if I recall correctly, Kfal hasn't gotten the other bow.
That was made of
Tornel
1.
Get that first bow? Motto 1, that's right.
Let's see, we got a lot of items. We're missing 2 statues. That's all we're missing for trading items. 2 flutes and the final bow. Carmine is weak to wind.
Alright, so this should be fairly easy. Carmine's pretty easy boss. You have a level 2 sword, you've got Power Ring.
J-Ro is Carmine an easy boss. And down goes Carmine. Sadly, we only get to see Carmine once. For Paralysis, might have to go back to Swan.
Alright.
Yeah,
Tornel getting the bad news that he cannot break this wall. And must now approach Goa from the other side.
I know you want to do it, man. Go to the front. Go to the front.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's going straight in the other entrance.
Okay,
Meanwhile, Kfal is doing this Kensu tag.
He wants that lamp for a Fruit of Power.
Nothing.
Okay, so the final trade-in. Who is the final trade-in? Who wants a plant? That's probably the Amazon Princess.
Yeah, Arillis. Because they've done Akahana, they know what Slime Kensu is. They did Tag Kensu. The boat guy also wants a statue. Charisma Plant has to be Arillis.
Kfal out of Warp Boots. And he's actually going over to Saber West, which we know that Blizzard Bracelet's going to come in handy here.
Yep.
Tornel just going to town on Sabera here. He does not have the Power Ring, though. Where was the Power Ring? Power Ring was Dolphin Cave. But this Warrior Ring is doing some pretty good damage against Sabera, too. So imagine if Tornel is holding the final bow.
Yeah, I mean, that could be... So it's interesting, because Kfal still hasn't gotten the bow from Motto 1. Alright, that is Sabera 2 down on Tornel's side.
So, we still haven't found the Sword of Fire.
Yeah. Maybe this will be the rare seed where story mode is off and you just don't find the 4th sword. Tornel double checking to make sure the Colossus of Rhodes isn't in your inventory. Something that big, I'm not sure how you'd misplace it, but you never know. Better safe than sorry.
Now, do you think Tornel will make a play for the crypt? Oh, Bert! Bert!
Probably.
We got a Bert here.
I would not be surprised if Tornel, once he finishes up Goa, makes a crypt dive with the 2 bows that he'll have at that point.
Okay, yeah, once again, using that mash in there on the Warrior Ring. I wish I could mash that fast.
Yeah, honestly, against bosses not named Motto, the Warrior Ring, even nerfed, is still pretty good. Speaking of
Telepathy. Now we can talk to the stupid animals. Is that vanilla? No, that's not vanilla.
No. Teleport is what you get there, not telepathy. Close. The first 5 letters are the same.
Okay, well, we can't talk to the animals. We can't talk to Deo yet, but we can talk to the oak animals.
Yeah. Tornel picking up that blizzard bracelet.
And Tornel doesn't even have to go back to Saber West. He can just keep it himself.
Yeah, Tornel hands the blizzard bracelet to Tornel and becomes telepathic as a result. Hang on, what? And there's that other bow. So that is 2 bows for Tornel. You can see he's immediately warping out and going straight to Sahara.
No power ring though, so even story mode is off. It might be a bit low leveled.
Well, we're still looking for that 3rd bow. Honestly, what you're hoping is that one of the 2 items in the crypt is on the way to that 3rd bow.
Yeah, PMAkfal doesn't have the final bow, or at least the 2nd bow, because that's not made of 1.
Yep.
And he's opted not to do made of 1 just yet. It's only a solo check, so not really worth it. Picking up his first opal. We're gonna see whether or not we can actually get to these statues.
I don't know if, to answer J-Ro in the chat, I don't know if Warrior Ring is where you want to be when you have a Storm Bracelet, honestly. Even without Power Ring, I feel like Storm Bracelet is probably the play. Okay.
Got 1 statue.
Oh, Bow of Truth. So there's Moon and Truth is what Tornel has.
Okay, I think we have to go to the wind walls.
Yeah, Tornel still hasn't checked the electric guitar that he picked up in Goa. I imagine he's going to do that sometime soon.
He's going back door into the windmill cave, which we know has mostly nothing.
Sorry, did Kfal actually fight Motto 1 while I wasn't looking?
No, he still only has
Okay.
1 bow.
Yeah. 'Cause that's where the other bow was. Yeah, he still only has 1 bow. Oh, you're saying that specifically that bow is the Bow of Truth, not the Bow of Moon.
Yeah, we know it's the bow of truth.
I don't know, it doesn't really matter
well,
which one is which.
Carmine
just
had
know
a Bow of
it's not
Truth.
2.
Okay, well, but Kfal has rescued the child that the mother decided to abandon in the poisonous swamp. And we're gonna see what we're gonna get for this. Change. Well, now we can talk to Deo. We can also do Brokerhana and Arillis. And we got a shield ring.
Mm-hmm.
And we learn what flute we need to kill the insect.
No warp boots and oak. Gonna check the hint.
Bagpipe?
Bagpipes.
Bagpipe.
So we are walking out of swamp. Nope, we are wild warping out of swamp. Kfal just trying to prove me wrong.
Yeah, looks like Tornel's going to test that flute. And Kfal's he taking a water shame?
Sure looks like it.
I believe that's a
Tornel
water shame.
Has confirmed the flute and it's like, hang on, I need to buy warp boots first.
What's he pointing at?
Probably the warp boots that cost almost 800 gold on his screen.
My God, the inflation. It's insane. Oh, if he needs to do Kensu here, of course.
Yep.
And we should be able to do a Arillis. That'll be a change. Kfal, where is Kfal going? Oh, he's going Deo.
Yeah.
Going back to Deo. That's a long walk. Long haul.
It is a
for him.
long walk. Honestly, this is probably good news for Tornel. I think he's a little bit behind right now, but he's gonna catch up if he's just better at managing warp boots and money than Kfal is.
Yeah, it's a crappy mirror shield. That is actually the final armor piece of equipment you can find out in the world. So that's a bust there for KFAL. Well, Tornel's going to be going to ESI, which we know is locked by fire right now. And KFAL's going to do his second bow, so he'll probably head over.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
He's probably. Oh, yep, do it. You killed Stom. Good. He's probably going to head over to maybe Crypt next, or maybe might climb Hydra after this.
Okay, KFAL's going to deal with the easy motto. Both mottos were weak to Thunder in this seed. They both of them had the Thunder bracelet at that time. Tornel about to get the bad news that you can't actually do ESI yet.
Okay, well, we're going to see a Brokerhana check here for KFAL. You want to turn to Otterhana. We all know Otterhana's a jerk. We'll see if Brokerhana's a jerk. No, he's not. He's got Sword of Fire!
Alright then. Now this is interesting.
By the way, Gas Mask. Tornel has Gas Mask. Wait, no, he doesn't have Gas Mask.
Tornel has telepathy.
Telepathy, but we...
Telepathy led to the change, and change leads to Sword of Fire. So Tornel needs to go visit himself. And honestly, I could see him last locationing that. You don't really want to walk back up the mountain if you can avoid it. Okay, Tornel's doing something smart here. He's checking the hint to see if he has the right sword for Rage, rather than walking all the way down to Rage. Now, he has gotten the hint that, okay, Rage wants the Sword of Wind, so now he'll actually make the long trek all the way down.
And there are a bunch of checks here. A bunch of these walls are going to be weak to wind.
Meanwhile, KFAL, unsurprisingly, straight to ESI. Might as well go finish off your last boss while you're looking for that third bow, because he's just a bow away from go mode.
Oh, I found the boat guy statue there.
A statue, at least. Or, I guess, yeah, at this point it has to be boat guys.
Yeah, because Slime Kensu wants a...
Wants the Colossus.
Yeah, Colossus.
And we've used the other two. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's the boat guy statue.
It said Rage had no items of value.
Alright, Tornel. Yep, I like this routing. You're gonna route in... If you're gonna go do Rage, route in Crystal Plant Cave at the same time.
Probably save, though, outside. Just conserve those warp boots if necessary. You got two
maybe if you're
here.
Tornel, you're thinking that you have enough money.
Oh, yeah, he does have around 3,000. We did get our second opal in the ESI.
Not bad, not bad.
Sadly, this Crystal Plant Cave is kind of weak. There's only 2 items here, and it's a bit of a trick to get through it.
And the first one was nothing. Meanwhile, KFAL getting slightly turned around in ESI, but making his way to the end.
KFAL is closing in on that magical level 12. Recover.
Okay, nice quality of life there. If you get accidentally poisoned, or probably not getting paralyzed at this point because you've got Psycho Shield, but you know, just recover status effects when necessary.
So we're just missing the Refresh spell and Teleport spell. 2 very valuable spells. What did Tornel find? Was it
just Dio's pendant. Now.
Okay, now it looks like it's gonna be checking Dolphin. And we get 2 checks here.
And I think he hasn't grabbed the canal item yet either, because he checked Shell Flute on the other side of the ocean.
Tornado bracelet. That's our third bracelet. And wait out for us, you stupid dolphin antidote.
Okay, he did get the canal item.
He did? I don't remember him picking it up. Okay, where are you going now, Tornel? Looks like Hydra. Down goes the vampire.
Yep.
And some eyeglasses. And we can actually do that check.
Yeah, we've had this alarm flute forever. Now we've got the other half of the sleeping Kensu check.
Kensu's such a lazy bomb.
See, this is what I was worried about for Tornel. Tornel is doing everything he can to not go do the one check left on Mount Saber. And we know that that one check leads to Sword of Fire and is probably necessary progression. Now, the way Tornel gets bailed out here is if he finds the third bow and story mode is off.
Believe, Tornel, believe. Okay, we got Messi, and we want to stab her because we are just that mean. And what are you gonna be weak to? Not thunder, not wind, not that. So it's water.
All right. Another bracelet we have, so another easy fight. Honestly, Sabera 1 with any of these loadouts would not be a difficult fight, so... Mimikon goes in ledge for Tornel, as is tradition.
Okay, we got 2 more items left for Tornel.
Nope.
Oh, there it is!
Well, this is officially K-Fal's race to lose. Because he's in go mode. Clear all the bosses. We don't know if story mode's on. We'll never know.
Man, this
and
sucks
Tornel's
because...
gonna... Yeah, Tornel's gonna put this off forever.
So that means, good chance my next opponent will be Tornel. That means your next opponent's probably gonna be Tornel.
Which honestly means Mashima's next opponent will probably be Tornel. Which I'm sure he'll be thrilled about.
And just a fruit of power.
Yeah, honestly, just the slight differences in routing. The fact that Tornel did Mount Saber West earlier and left behind the one check and didn't want to go back for it.
Oh, Tornel goes to Bryn Mawr. No warp boots.
Whereas K-Fal is, by the time he finally got around to doing Mount Saber West, was able to do it all in one pass and got the critical item off of Tornel at the top of the mountain. That's where Tornel's heading now. I don't think he has much else he could check at this point, so yeah, this makes sense.
There is still Fog Lamp Cave. I think Fog Lamp Cave is the only other place he could go to.
Yeah.
See, we never found speed boots, refresh, teleport, the third opal. We didn't find 2 flutes, flame bracelet, and we didn't find slime Kensu statue. Anyway, we got a boss fight here. We got Dragon number 2, and with power ring level 12, with a major pushover. If you do this right, you can 1-round him. There's the telepathy. There's your telepathy.
Just look at Tornel's face. He's like, really? Come on.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing a walk of shame from him.
Yeah, don't have much choice at that point. It's either walk of shame down Mount Saber West or walk of shame out of Leaf.
I think out of Saber West would have been the better option there.
Maybe.
Up, down goes Dragon 2 for K-Fal. Apparently he was Azteca all along. And now we're up to the tower. Sadly, we don't have a flame bracelet the optimal way. And
I'm gonna say this walk depends on where Tornel is going to check for change first. Or I guess no, he got telepathy. He needs to make telepathy checks before he can make change checks. That's right.
okay, K-Fal is opting to use full thunder strats here as opposed to using the wind strats.
Yeah, I mean it's certainly a fairly safe strat if you have the MP to support it through all of tower. I imagine K-Fal must have a lot of magic rings. I haven't looked at his inventory recently, but
He should have 2 opals. I don't think anyone's even taken a death yet.
no. Honestly, none of the combat this seed has been particularly difficult. There was a brief moment at the very beginning of the seed where it looked like Sparrow 1 very early on or Sparrow 2 very early on might have been a thing, but then it just wasn't.
Okay, well, anyway, we got the tower here. Enemies here are going to be max scaling, and they do not grant any experience. Tower is made up of 3 serve identical floors. You gotta do the same exact thing on all 3. You gotta first kill the golden robots, then kill these white robots that come out of the doors, and now
Just look at the face on Tornel as he gets changed there. He knows this must be where the progress is. And it's just like, okay, I guess we're doing this now. Let's save and scum these warp boots. Which change check are you gonna do first? He's gonna do Dio first.
probably good play if there's warp boots here in Sahara.
Honestly, Tornel is just the problem is even once Tornel gets that Sword of Fire, he still has to do all of ESI in Sabera's Fortress. And he's going to have to actually check all the chests along the way there, too, because he doesn't know that the bow is on Sabera 1. So, it's... like... honestly, Tornel's still got a while to go in this seed. There's that Sword of Fire, but...
hopefully, he's going to Amazon. Going to turn in the, or maybe, he's probably going to turn in a plant.
And look at this. He's down to 116 gold, and he bought 3 pairs of boots. Those boots better last him the rest of this seed. And granted, oh, there's Refresh, by the way. They probably will if he goes to do ESI next.
And there's a Crystalis!
Alright, KFL should be done here in like a minute, if that.
Anyway,
All you got is the Dynafite. And the Dynafite is a bit of a pushover, especially if you have Barrier. Yeah, you just stand here, you keep Barrier running the entire time, and you shoot, you spam shots, and Dyna down.
Fairly simple if you have Barrier, of course. I love the sound of an enemy dying. And with that, KFL will be taking first place, moving on with a official time of 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 59 seconds. He'll be moving on to the next round. I think that's quarterfinals to take on Matrick.
Yeah, so we've now got our top 4 in the upper bracket decided. Meanwhile, Tornel is going to be finishing out this seed. Good news is that Tornel will just be doing ESI.
And welcome, KFL. How did you feel about that seed?
Oh my god, I feel... Whew! Hang on, my heart is like pounding.
Pretty crazy seed. Can you believe that?
That did not stop. That seed did not stop. There was no downtime at all.
No.
We did see some walk of shames from you there.
Yes, lots of walks of shame.
So how did you feel that Tornel was holding the progress?
I figured something like that would happen. Hang on, Jeff Peters. Alright, sorry. I knew... I was like, you know what? I'm racing Tornel, and if I don't check Tornel as soon as I can, it's gonna bite me. So, I knew I had to do that, so...
Now you did manage to stomp on Stom. That also gained you a lot of time there.
I did stomp on Stom. I let Ski Free stay in the bar because that's where he belongs.
Yeah, so Ski Free ended up dying in the bar, sadly, drinking too much there.
I know. We didn't get a chance to stage his intervention. We can do that next seed.
So you're gonna be moving on to take on Matrick. How you feeling about that?
Oh god. It doesn't get any easier, does it?
No, honestly, it's wall-to-wall bangers from here on out in this tournament.
But I was pretty happy. I felt like I played that one pretty well. I wasn't too upset with any decisions that I made. So I was wondering if Hydra was gonna bite me. That was my next check. But I got really lucky with checking like the keys and the flutes, checking them immediately, and it was the right check. Like that was really lucky on my part. I was trying to see where the logic was going to take me, and I thought maybe, and it kind of did. I've sort of gotten better at following the logic.
I think the real story of what ended up turning this race in your favor is honestly putting off Saber West until later. The fact, basically, what happened is Tornel did Saber West without Blizzard Bracelet, did everything except the actual Tornel check, and then when it came down to you're hunting for that Sword of Fire, put off doing Mount Saber West, as you do when there's only the one check there. But as it turns out, that was telepathy. Telepathy led to change, and change led to the Sword of Fire. Sword of Fire leads to the third bow. You need that entire change. Okay.
Yeah, and I guess there's no way to really know if. Well, I guess we could. I don't know if story mode was. I guess we'll never know.
Yeah.
But this one,
you didn't have to do Dragon 1. I don't think Dragon 1 had anything. So
that's such an easy check too, though. Like you get to set the checkpoint in Sahara. That's 3 items in there.
Yeah.
I always check that, and Dragon 1 is such a pushover.
Yeah, I think about the only boss you really could have skipped is I don't know. Maybe there's something in Goa you could have skipped, but and you maybe could have skipped Telbesk 1, but honestly, I feel like this is just a seed where you're never gonna know whether or not story mode was on.
Yeah, I mean, this one was kind in that if you followed the true progression like story mode was on, it worked out for you. So it wasn't like, and not following that progression would be a massive gamble, and I'm not 100% sure that would be worth it.
Yeah, no, I think it's perfectly reasonable here to go clear all those bosses while you're on your bow hunt. I mean, honestly, that's how I play these seeds, is while I'm on the bow hunt, assume story mode is on. The moment I hit the third bow, then things get interesting.
Yeah, that's my philosophy too, and that was my would have been my strategy last night. Is once you have like all those 4 swords, just go Goa right away. There's no reason to do other checks when there's the possibility of story mode, and maybe Goa is filled with a lot of good stuff.
Oh, Tornel tried to do a crypt dive. I thought about that, but I wasn't. I didn't feel that far behind at that point to do a crypt dive. Once the hour hit, I was like, starting to get. But this was a pretty kind seed. Who rolled this one? Code?
I did, yes.
Oh, okay. You can roll the next one. I'll take that.
Yeah, you rolled a Moto 2 that's weak to level 3 Thunder.
That a really early level 3 Thunder.
Yeah.
So that was pretty kind.
There was a moment very early on in the seed where it looked like the first real progress you were going to have was fighting Sabera 2. And then you just couldn't.
I was concerned about that was going to happen. I was like, oh, come on. But I had enough checks that I didn't want to sit and torture myself for 20 minutes at doing 1 damage.
Yeah, well, as it turns out, you could have broken the wall to get to Sabera 2, but you could not have actually damaged Sabera 2. Tornel did try to go fight, and found that was not vulnerable to either of the swords that he had at the time. Tornel is through the Dragon 2 fight. Textbook Dragon 2. We might actually see Tornel opt for Tornado Bracelet strats. Oh, I just realized...
He only has 1 bracelet.
He's got 3 bracelets.
One ring, I mean.
Yeah. We were saying we were wondering about why KFL used Storm Bracelet and not Tornado Bracelet in the tower, and I just realized KFL doesn't have Tornado Bracelet.
I didn't have Tornado Bracelet. I would have used
So that's a
Tornado
pretty
Bracelet.
good reason.
It was Tornado. Oh, Cena. Cena had Tornado Bracelet.
Yeah.
I never went back to check Rage.
Yep.
So